All right, get ready for this one. We're going deep on BTK.
Find, torture, kill.
Yeah, it's pretty dark stuff. But it's one of those cases that I think everyone knows, at least a little bit, you know?
Right. It's definitely got that true crime, almost legendary status.
Exactly. So today, we're going to do a real deep dive into Dennis Rader, the man behind the mask.
30 years, 10 confirmed murders, a double life, taunting letters, and a floppy disk that brought it all down.
A floppy disk. It's like something at a bad 90s movie.
Like, he didn't make this stuff up.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. 1974. The Otero family. This is where it all starts.
Yeah. This case, especially the fact that 2 of the victims were children, really set the tone for everything that followed. I mean, just brutal.
Yeah, the brutality, the premeditation.
Yeah.
Rader was methodical. Like, he really planned these attacks out, stalked his victims. It's chilling.
And then on top of that, he wanted the attention. He wanted to be known.
Right. The letters. It's like not only was he committing these horrific crimes, but he was bragging about them, taunting the police and the media.
Oh, yeah. He sent these creepy letters, taking credit for the murders, including details only the killer would know, sketches of the crime scenes, pieces of evidence. It was terrifying for everyone in Wichita.
I can't even imagine living there knowing that this guy, this shadow, was out there just writing about his crimes and no one could find him.
Well, and at that point, forensics wasn't what it is today, right? Fingerprints, DNA, all that was in its early stages. So those letters, yeah, there were clues, but they were also incredibly frustrating for investigators.
And then silence.
Yeah.
For years. And then, bam, BTK's back, 2004.
He reemerges, starts sending letters and packages again, almost like he needed to remind everyone he was still out there.
There was that word puzzle, right?
Yeah, the word puzzle, which, when you solved it, spelled Dennis.
So, he's giving them his name now.
He's getting bolder, more arrogant. But the thing is, the world had changed since the 70s. DNA technology, communication tracking, it was all coming online as a major tool for law enforcement.
Plus, the media was all over it. Everyone was watching Wichita.
Right. The pressure on the police was immense.
They had to catch him.
And this time, it was actually technology that brought him down.
The floppy disk?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how ironic is that?
He sends this floppy disk to the police, thinking he's being so smart, asking if they can trace it.
They tell him no.
And he falls for it.
But they could trace it.
Oh, yeah. They had these new forensic techniques, and they were able to recover deleted files. And one of those files had the name Dennis and a reference to Christ Lutheran Church.
Wait, so they knew his name and where he went to church?
Pretty much. It was just a matter of checking church records at that point. And boom, there he was. Dennis Rader, church council president.
Unbelievable.
Is a bombshell. Here's this seemingly normal guy, family man, Boy Scout leader, and it turns out he's BTK.
I bet the people who knew him were just floored.
Oh, absolutely. The community was in shock. The image they had of Dennis Rader was completely shattered.
And then he confesses.
Yeah.
Just like that, calmly describing these horrific acts in court like it was nothing.
Yeah, his confession was, it was almost more disturbing than the crimes themselves. No remorse, no emotion. Classic psychopathy.
10 consecutive life sentences.
The harshest punishment they could give him.
I mean, where do we even go from here? This case, it changed the way we think about criminal investigation.
Right.
The importance of technology, the role of the media, public pressure.
And it also, I think, it raises some really disturbing questions. Like, if someone like Dennis Rader, who seemed so normal, could live this double life for so long, how well can we ever really know anyone?
Yeah. It's scary to think about.
It is, but I think the takeaway is we have to be vigilant. We can't be naive. We have to trust our instincts, pay attention to the warning signs.
And speak up.
Exactly. If something feels wrong, don't ignore it. Say something. You never know. You might just prevent the next BTK.
That's some heavy stuff to think about. All right, well, that's our deep dive on BTK. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for having me.